कुंज बिहारी जय कुंज बिहार जय गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जना जय गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदना व्रज जन रंजनाय यशोदानंदना व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदना व्रज जन रंजना जना यशोदानंदना व्रज जन रंजना जना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा जय गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी लाभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हाँ हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Om Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Nitai Gaurango Nitai Gaurango Nitai Gaurango Rango Nitai Gaurango Gaura Hari Nitai Gaurango Gaura Hari Jaya Satchinandana Jaya Satchinandana Nandana Jaya Satchinandana Jaya Satchinandana Nandana Jaya Satchinandana Gaura Hari Gaura Hari Patita Pavana Gaura Hari Pati Jaya Radha Radhanata Radha Radhanata Sri Radhe Jayo Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Sri Radhe Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai निताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय नाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Today we will discuss from Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd Canto, chapter 22nd, marriage of Karda Muni and Devahuti, text 5. Tava sandarshanad eva chinna me sarva samshaya yat swayam bhagavan pritya dharmam aha रिरोच्छिषः तव संदर्शनादेव छिन्ना मे सर्व संशया यस्वयं भगवान् प्रीत्या धर्ममाहरिरीक्षिषो तव संदर्शनादेव छिन्ना मे सर्व संशया तत्स्वयं भगवान् प्रीत्या धर्ममाहरिरक्षिषो तव संदर्शनादेव छिन्ना मे सर्व संशया यस्वयं भगवान् प्रीत्या धर्ममाहरिरक्षिषो तव संदर्शनादेव छिन्ना मे सर्व संशया यस्वयं भगवान् प्रीत्या धर्ममाहरिरक्षिषो तव संदर्शनादेव छिन्ना मे सर्व संशया हरिक्षिषो सर्व संदर्शनादेव छिन्ना मे सर्व संशया यस्वयं भगवान् प्रीत्या धर्ममाहरिरिच्छसो यस्वयं भगवान् प्रीत्या धर्ममाहरिरक्षसो माताजी तव संदर्शनादेव छिन्ना मे सर्व संशया Yasvayam Bhagavan Pritya Dharmamaharirachasho Tavasandarshana Deva Chinname Sarva Samsha Yasvayam Bhagavan Pritya Dharmamaharirachasho Tava Yuva Sandarshanat by sight, Eva only, Chinna resolved, me, my, Sarva Samshayaha all doubts, Yat inasmuch as, Swayam personally, Bhagavan your lordships, Pritya lovingly, Dharmam duty, Aha explained, Rarachisho of a king anxious to protect his subjects. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Now I have resolved all my doubts simply by meeting you. For your Lordship has very kindly and clearly explained the duty of a king who desires to protect his subjects. Purport. Manu described herewith the result of seeing a great saintly person. Lord Chaitanya says that one should always try to associate with saintly persons because if one establishes a proper association with a saintly person, even for a moment, one attains all perfection. Somehow or other, if one meets a saintly person and achieves his favor, then the entire mission of one's human life is fulfilled. In our personal experience, we have actual proof of this statement of Manu. Once we had the opportunity to meet Vishnupada Sri Srimad Bhagavad Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, and on first sight he requested this humble self to preach his message in Western countries. There was no preparation for this, but somehow or other he desired it, and by his grace we are now engaged in executing his order, which has given us a transcendental occupation and has served and saved and liberated us from the occupation of material activities. Thus, it is actually a fact that if one meets a saintly person completely engaged in transcendental duties and achieves his favor, then one's life mission becomes complete. What is not possible to achieve in thousands of lives can be achieved in one moment if there is an opportunity to meet a saintly person. It is therefore enjoined in Vedic literature that one should always try to associate with saintly persons and try to dissociate oneself from the common man. Because by one word of saintly person, one can be liberated from material entanglement. A saintly person has the power, because of his spiritual advancement, to give immediate liberation to the conditioned soul. Here, Manu admits that all his doubts are now over because Kardama has very kindly described the different duties of individual souls. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chachunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangham Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyameswaram Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanatam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahegana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam cha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. So it is a continuation, having met Swambhu Manu, Karda Maharshi, who is son of Lord Brahma. First Karda Maharshi glorified the king, now king glorified the saintly Karda Maharshi also. Today say that Tavasan Darshana Devam Icchanna Chinnami Sarva Samshaya Yasvayam Bhagavan Pritya Dharmama Richisho. Now I resolved all my doubts simply by meeting you. Why your lordships has very kindly and clearly explained the duty of a king who desires to protect his subjects. In all the scriptures always they stress on the meeting the saintly people. In the Bhagavatam, first canto 18th chapter also, Shaunaka Maharshi speaking to Sudha Goswami said, Tulayamalavenapi na swargam na punarbhavam bhagavat sangi sangasya martyanam kim utashisha. A movement association with a saintly person is far superior than the even both combined heavenly, all the facilities available in the heavenly planet and liberation. Combinedly, they are very, very inferior as compared to the association with the Supreme Lord. Means, if we keep the association of lava matra, lava means very, very fraction of second, 1/5 of the second is called lava. The time taken for eyelids to close and open, that is lava, it is called. Even if we take little, for a moment association with the saintly people, and keep one side of the balance, other side you keep all the facilities, enjoyments available in the heavenly planet and the liberation. The association of the saintly people is more heavier than liberation. Because it is by the mercy of the saintly people and by the association and teachings of the saintly people that one get the liberation. So, the association of saintly. Bhagavat Sangi Sangasya Martyanam Kim Utashisha. But the devotees, what is there to seek for any material enjoyment, which are temporary. So that's why when we approach the saintly people, we never should try to ask the material thing. We should inquire about the spiritual topics. Not that Guru Maharaj, my son is not chanting, what can I do? That is your job to do it. As father, Rishabdev Maharaj said that if one is not qualified to deliver his son, he is not qualified, he should not become father. So first, parents should become devotees. Then, if you don't want to become devotee, suddenly all of a sudden, like a dream, you want to make your son, children, devotees. First you become devotee, then children will learn from the parents. So, association of the devotee, one should only seek the spiritual enlightenment, not the material enlightenment. In both cases we can see the great sage Sakarda Maharshi also glorified the king Manu Maharaj, and Manu also glorifying. There is no material glorification, all the transcendental. Just by sitting far away from the fire, still we can get the warmth of the purifier. In the same way, when you go to the saintly people, just by sitting with them, we get lot of enlightenment. Why? Because their spiritual enlightenment, our contaminations are eliminated. We can see practically when you approach spiritual master or when you come to the temple, you feel very happy. Why you feel happy? Because the transcendental atmosphere around will help us to purify our contaminations. Automatically we will be situated in the mode of goodness. That's why here also it says, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that, quoting from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, one should always try to associate with saintly person. Chaitanya Charitamrita also, while teaching to Sanatana Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Koi, Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also stressed on the association. All the saintly people who are in the devotional service stress on the association of the devotees. Without the association of devotees, no one can progress in the spiritual. Even the great Brahmarshis also, though they are highly elevated personalities, but time to time they used to go to another ashram just to take association. Vishwamitra Maharshi very frequently used to go to Vasishtha Maharshi. Gautam Maharshi comes to Vasishtha Maharshi. Rishyasringa Maharshi goes to Vasishtha Maharshi. Because they know that though they are highly elevated personalities, still they need association. If we don't have the association, there is every possibility that one will be subject to the ego and that they will fall down. Whether it is anyone, whether human being or great sages also, they always take the association of the devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Sadhu Sangha Nama Kirtana Bhagat Sravana Mathura Vasa Sri Murtira Sraddhaya Seva. These 5 elements of the items of devotional service highly recommended for all the devotees. First is the association of the devotees, Sadhu Sangha. Without the association of the devotees, no one can be progressing in the spiritual practice. So, sometimes devotees say, oh Maharaj, we are studying Bhagavatam every day to home. Fine, it is good. But what is your understanding? I study Bhagavatam at home. Who is going to clear your doubts? Okay, something is better than nothing, fine. But it's not that I am studying the Bhagavatam every day, I don't have to go to the temple to take association. It is a very wrong concept. Read at home, but time to time one should come. Srila Prabhupada said that devotees must take darshan of the Lord twice, morning and evening at least. At least, if not twice, at least once in a day, the devotees must take the darshan of the Supreme Lord. That will help us to progress in the spiritual life. That's why Sadhu Sangha, first stress Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also gives, association of the devotees, Nama Kirtana. Chanting the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. In association of the devotees, very powerful. Jai Sri Sri Radha Radhanath ki Jai. Sri Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Sri Gaur Nitai ki Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra in association of the devotee is more powerful as compared to the chanting alone. So that's why one should chant. Even hearing Bhagavatam also, pastimes of the Lord, is one must hear from the devotees in association of the devotees. Kapila Maharshi, while instructing devotional service to his mother Dehuti, says, Satam prasangam mam virya samvido bhavanti rutkarna rasayana katha tajjoshanadash apavarga vartmani shraddharatir bhakti anukramishati. Satam prasangam mam virya samvido. Mother, one should hear the pastimes of the Lord, Satam, from the devotees, in association of the devotees. When you hear from the devotees, in association devotees, the transcendental words entering your ear, then to the heart, will purify. You will As a result, what is Shraddha? You get the Nishtha Bhakti, firm conviction on scriptures and Lord. Rati, you get the attachment to the lotus feet of the Lord. Then you get the Bhakti. So these three are possible when we constantly associate and hear from the saintly people. As a result, what will happen? Tajjoshanad. Apavarga, immediately, Ashwa means immediately. The Apavarga means Vaikuntha. Material world is called Pavarga. In the last pages of all our Prabhupada books, you can see Sanskrit alphabets are given. There is Papa, Baba, Ma. These five are called Pavarga. In the material world, these five exist. Pa means Patan, falling down. Pa, Palapicha. We do little bit, we want to enjoy the result. Ba, Bandhan, we are bonded. Okay. Badhajiv. Bha, Bhaya, fear. In the material world, we are fear. Always. Why? Attachment. Cause of the fear is the attachment. So, everyone in the material world is subject to the fear. And the last one, Ma, is the Mrityu. This earth planet is called Mrityuloka. Okay. And people say that I don't want to die. Let me chant Mrityunjaya mantra. How it is possible? Then the planet is a Mrityuloka. Everyone is subject to death. No matter who, everyone has to leave the body. Okay. In the material world, these five exist. That's why it is called Pavarga. And the spiritual world, these five do not exist. That's why Apavarga. Apavarga means where these five do not exist. In the spiritual world, there is no falling down. Yad gatvana nivartante tad dhama paramamma. We go there, spiritual world, one-way traffic. We don't go with the return ticket. Okay? Phalapecha. In the spiritual world, material world, we are contaminated senses, so we want to do and we want to enjoy. Because in the spiritual world, there is no contamination. There is no bodily consciousness, completely purified senses. As such, every living entity in the spiritual world, they serve for the pleasure of Radha Krishna, nothing else. They don't have any of their motives, only how I can make Radha and Krishna happy. They don't want any result for that one. Bandhan, one will go back to spiritual world when one is freed from all these bondages, materially, giving and taking. Whether there is bad karma, good karma, one has to be freed from the both reaction of the both, then only one can go. That's why in the gone days they used to do a lot of austerities to get freed from the reaction of the karma. In the age of Kali, it is not possible for us to do such activities, austerities, but the easiest process given to us by the scripture is bhakti. Karmani nirdahati kintuja bhakti vajam Govinda madi purusham tamam bhajami. By the devotional service, one will be freed from the reaction of all the karma. And the same thing is repeated by Lord Sri Krishna to Uddhav in the 11th canto also says that, just like by melting the gold in the heart, then all the contaminations taken out. In the same way, by intense performance of devotional service to the lotus feet of Krishna, one will be completely purified of the contaminations. So in the age of Kali, getting freed from the contamination is very easy and possible only by the process of devotional service. So, here the bandhan, we are all free. Once everyone is freed from the reaction of all the karma, good and bad, then only one goes to the spiritual world. So there is no bandhan. Bhaya. There is no death, no birth, no death, no old age, no disease in the spiritual world. Why? Because spiritual world is not subject to the time. The material world is subject to the time. So no matter which anything in the material world, it will vanish one day, if not today. But in the spiritual world, it is not subject to the time. That's why there is no death, no birth, no death. So that's why there is nothing to afraid of anything. And mrityu, there is no death also. That's why these five do not exist in the spiritual world. That's why it's called Apavarga. Kapila Maharshi says that Tadjoshanadas Apavarga Vartmani. Because we are associating with the devotees, we are hearing from the devotees. As a result, what will happen? We get the firm conviction in the devotional service, and we get attachment to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, Krishna. As a result, the door to the liberation is opened. Santa Sangha Apavarga Kari Kami Kara Bhavapant. It is also mentioned somewhere else that Santa Sangha means when you take the association of the devotee, the saintly people, Apavarga Kari, will be qualified to go back to spiritual world. Kami, non-devotees, when we take association of the non-devotees, Bhavapant, we will be subject to the cycle of birth and death. Only the difference. We have to take association. No one can say that I am not taking association of any. I am alone. Not possible. Even if you are alone mentally, we will take association of something. Either if you take the association mentally, take association of the scriptures, we will be liberated. If we don't take the association of scripture, but we take association of Maya mentally, we will be subject to birth and death. In the same way, we take association of the devotees, we hear about, we meet the devotees, we don't talk about the politics or cricket. Devotees always speak about the spiritual topics. As a result, there is possibility we will get an opportunity for the purification of senses and the firm conviction in the devotional service, and as a result, going back to spiritual world. Okay? So, both are opposite it is. Whether we take, one has to take association of the someone, whether we take the association of saintly people, devotees, or we take association of the non-devotees, depends on. One who is interested to achieve the goal of human form of the life must take association of the devotees, because human form of the life is very, very rare to achieve. In the Avadhuta Upakyan, very nicely mentioned in the Bhagavatam 11th canto, Labdha sudullabhamidam bhausam bhavante manusyamartadamanityamapi hadira turnam yate tanapate anumrutyayavad nisreyasaya vishaya kalu sarvatasya. The human form of the body, sudullabham, very, very rare to get. Why? Because after passing through 8.4 million species of life, out of causeless mercy, Supreme Lord Krishna gives the jiva, living entity, the human form of the body. Oh, this living entity suffered quite a lot. Now let me give an opportunity so that he can perform devotional service and come back to me. The purpose of human form of the body is only nothing else it is. Sudurlabham. But anityam, it is very temporary. The human body, though it is very rare, but it is very temporary. We don't even live for 100 years. Anitya apiya dhira, understanding the nature of this human body, the dhira, sober man, what will do? Turnam yatetana patet anmrutyayavat. Before the death can come, one should try for the nishreyasaya, for the perfection. Perfection is going back to spiritual world. Krishna is the perfection of the life. In the Ishopanishad also, Srila Prabhupada specifically stress the perfection of life is going back to Supreme Lord. That is, okay. So sometimes people say, I want to enjoy this material world. I want to enjoy what is wrong. So here in the same verse it says, Bhavusam bhavanta vishaya kalu sarvatasya. Bhavusam bhavante means in each and every species of life there is scope for enjoying the sense gratification. Whether it is human being, whether reptile, whether insect, birds, everything, there is sense enjoyment. Rather, other living entities, they have more sense of enjoyment than human being. You can see hog, it will produce 15, 20 children. Babies, is it? And human being only 1 or 2, 3. So the sense enjoyment in other phases of life is more. So after passing through all the various phases of life, we get this human body. So that's why I say if you stress on the sense enjoyment, then it's not a speciality which is available only available in each, all and every species of life. But bhakti is available only in the human form of the life. Because we got the developed consciousness and developed intelligence, one should use that developed intelligence for how I can go back to spiritual world from where I came here. Dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho. Dharmo vihina pashubhir samana. Dharma means bhakti. In the beginning of the Bhagavatam itself, Sutta Goswami defines the dharma. Savai punso paro dharma yatha bhaktir adhochade ahaitiki apratiyata yayatna suprasidhati. Because unless we know dharma, how can we move forward in the life? That's why he firstly defined the dharma. What is paro dharma? What is dharma? By performing that activity, one will get the devotion, service, bhakti unto the lotus feet of Adhochaja. Krishna got many, many thousands of names, not 1, 2, 3. Every name denotes his attributes and qualities. Our name has nothing to do with our qualities. My name Rama, Govinda, neither I am a Rama nor Govinda, just to call. But in case of Krishna, when we say Ram, he gives the transcendental blissfulness. Krishna is all attractive, Karshayati Krishna. Adhochaja, the one who cannot be perceived with these material senses. Why? Because material senses are contaminated and these are material. How can we see these material senses, the transcendental object? Our mind, we all have the mind, but can we see our mind? Has anybody seen the mind? Not possible. We know intelligence is there, but we cannot see. Both though they are material, still we cannot see. So how can we see the transcendental form of the Lord? But by the prasada of the bhakti, the transcendental form can also be seen when completely we are freed of the contaminations. Just like Rupa Goswami also said, Tat Paratvena Nirmalam. By performing the devotional service by thought, word and deed, under the guidance of the spiritual master, one will be freed of all the 6 contamination, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamacharya. Then we will be freed of the Sarvopad Vinirmuktam. Designation means is completely freed from the bodily consciousness, properly situated in the Atma Bhuta Sthiti, soul proper. Because at the time he is not subject to 3 modes of material nature, transcend the mode of goodness also, is properly situated in the pure mode of goodness. He has no desires for anything. As such, at that time, the invisible curtain between the Supreme Lord and the living entity is removed. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavritaha. What is that yogamaya? That invisible curtain between Supreme Lord Krishna and us is that the 3 modes of material nature. We all are subject to 3 modes of material nature. Once we transcend them, then that curtain is taken out. The Lord can, devotees can also see the Lord every time, just like we got example of Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami. The great acharyas, they transcended these 3 modes of material nature and they were situated in the pure mode of goodness. Whenever they meditate upon the Lord, they used to see the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. Depending upon the what mood the devotee is situated, the Lord will reveal his pastimes of that sin. Just like Jayadev Goswami, the Rasika Bhakta, Madhurya Bhava. That's why Jayadev Goswami, when meditates, he used to see Radha Krishna dancing on the bank of Yamuna and used to write the songs which is famous as the Gita Govinda. Rupa Goswami also, one of the Rasika Bhakta, used to serve Radha and Krishna. So when he used to meditate, he used to see pastimes of Radha and Krishna. There are so many instances where the pure devotees were able to see the Lord. And if you go to Pandharpur, you can see they're not very old, just 300 or 350 years old. There was one great Sunday, Eknath Namdev. when you are going to entering the temple, actually supposed to be entering, Maharaj went to there, Pandharpur. First we go on the side. Steps are here. Namdev said that when I die, I want that all the people walk over me. The samadhi there they put the steps. But who got the courage to put their feet on the samadhi? So they go sideways. He was such an elevated person that Vitthal Bhagavan used to come to see. If he doesn't, every day Namdev used to go to see the Lord in the temple. If he doesn't go, Lord will come to his house, Namdev house. That house still existing. If you happen to go to, did you go there? You are there in Pandharpur. So that house where Namdev used to stay, that house still there. So there are so many instances of the devotees where the Lord personally interact with the devotees. The Lord wants to serve the devotees. As the devotee becomes pure, devotee wants to serve the Lord. Lord also wants to reciprocate. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyam. Devotional service is not one-way traffic. It is a reciprocal. So we can see sometimes devotees doing the decoration of the Lord, dressing. Every day they are offering the same pearls and mala. Sometimes red one say, no, it's not good. Let me offer the white. No, not looking nice. Let me offer the blue. Now looks beautiful. Is it? Mata, you are doing. So why? You are offering the same every day. But someday you like the red, someday you like the green, someday you like the white. Because the Lord as the super soul giving intuition to the devotee, say, no, I don't like it. And the devotee changes, say, no, let me change it. Depending upon how much you are committed, and Lord will reciprocate with the devotees. But how is Lord reciprocating? At present we are unable to realize, but Lord always reciprocates. Lord wants to serve the devotees as we want to serve the Lord. Otherwise, who got the courage to chastise Krishna? But Yashoda Mata took a small stick and chasing Krishna. Krishna is running out of fear. Tears in his eyes. Is it possible? Even the personified of the death is afraid of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord is afraid of the small stick in hands of a gopi. It is the loving interchanges of services. That's why Lord says, so Durvasa Maharshi also says that I am not independent, I am controlled by my devotee. When Durvasa Maharshi went to take shelter of the Supreme Lord Narayan, he said that no, I cannot help you. It is beyond my power. How can the taking shelter of the Supreme Lord Narayan Krishna is the highest? There is no further shelter. If the Supreme Lord says that I cannot do, so where is the other shelter? How one can be freed from the fear? Lord said, I will give one idea, how, upaya. What is that? Go back to Ambarish Maharaj. You committed offense against that of Ambarish. So ask for forgiveness. Only he can save you. Otherwise I cannot do it. That's why I say, Aham Bhakta Paradhena Nai Swatantri Vadvija. I am not independent. I am controlled by devotees. So Lord gives so much priority to the pure devotees of the Lord. When you take association of such a pure devotees who are all the time thinking and serving the lotus feet of the Supreme Absolute Truth Krishna, our life becomes perfect. Somehow or other, if one meets a saintly person, achieves his favor, then entire mission of one's human form life is fulfilled. You can see how did we become devotees. Srila Prabhupada, just with the potential of Srila Prabhupada, for how many living entities Srila Prabhupada delivered. You can just imagine. And even as also we can think, did we become devotee ourselves or some devotee given us mercy? They called it, is it? No one becomes devotee himself. Because devotional service is an ascending process. Only by the mercy of the devotee or Krishna one can become devotee. Otherwise not possible. Somebody tell us, that, oh Prabhu, come to the temple Sunday, there is feast is there, Mahaprasadam. So we come there. So we got the mercy of the devotees. In the same way, to progress in the advance in the devotional service also, we always need the mercy of the devotees. That can be achieved by the constant association of the devotees. Without association, not possible. That's Srila Prabhupada also stressing on that same point. And giving his own example, Srila Prabhupada said that first time 1922, Prabhupada was not a devotee at that time, and the insistence of another friend, he went to see Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who was giving a lecture in Ulta Danga near Calcutta. And as Srila Prabhupada was about to sit, and I said, you seem to be educated. Why don't you preach in the West? He was surprised, I said. So Srila Prabhupada quoting the same topic. So by his mercy, that time I was not prepared, because the saintly persons, any word coming from the saintly person, the divine potency is there. So because of the potency of the words spoken by his spirit, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Thakur, so later he took it as the goal of his life, and he achieved it, which no Acharya could ever do. The transcendental loving service to Krishna was limited to India. Shankaracharya only is preaching, traveling limited to only India. And all the great Acharyas, they are limited to only India. The whole credit goes to Srila Prabhupada, who preached the Krishna consciousness throughout the world, which was not done by even any great incarnation of the Lords were Acharya, not Ramanujacharya incarnation of Lords Lachman, and Madhavacharya incarnation of Su. They say Vayudeva also, it is Hanuman. And such a great personality, Shankaracharya, direct incarnation of whom? Lord Shiva. Such a great personalities which they could not achieve in their life, and Srila Prabhupada did it in only 10 years' time. That is the potency of the saintly person getting the blessings. That's why Srila Prabhupada said that which was given as a transcendental occupation and has saved us and liberated us from the occupation of material activities. Srila Prabhupada was never ready for the sannyas. How can I leave my family, everything? But spiritual masters desire his blessings of that. The whole situation went in such a way that he had to leave the business and get to the Vanaprastha, finally to sannyas. Thus it is actually a fact that if one meets a saintly person completely engaged in the transcendental duties and achieves his favor, then one's life mission becomes complete. What is not possible to achieve in thousands of lives can be achieved in one moment if there is an opportunity to meet a saintly person. So that's why it's very important that one always take the association of the devotee saintly person. We should not try to say who is saintly, who is not saintly. No. We should take it, everyone is better than me. Dharmaraj, Yudhishthir, and there was a competition, Duryodhana and Yudhishthir, who should be made the crown prince? Both are the sons of the king. Yudhishthir, king of the Pandu Maharaj, and Duryodhana, king of Dhritarashtra, who is the present king. Who should be made? The Kulaguru, Kripacharya, given task to them. Okay, Duryodhana, go around 1 month time, I give you go around your kingdom and bring one good person to me. And for Dharmaraj, Yudhishthir says that, Yudhishthir, I also give 30 days for you. Go around your own country, kingdom, bring one bad person. End of 1 month, both came empty-handed. So first they asked Duryodhana, Duryodhana, did you bring one good person? Said, Guru Maharaj, I went each and every village and every place in the kingdom. All are the rascals. I am the only good person. And Kripacharya said, okay, sit down. Then he called Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir says, Guru Maharaj, I went around the whole kingdom. Everyone is highly elevated. They are following completely Varnashram Dharma. Highly elevated personalities. Only I am the stupid person. Only I am the only one in the whole kingdom bad person. The same people, how they think it. So, when you take association, one should not see that way. So, wantedly one should not take the bad association, but all devotees we should take association. So, amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. What is not possible to achieve in 1,000 lifetimes can be achieved in one moment. If there is an opportunity to meet saintly person, it is therefore enjoined in the Vedic literature that one should always try to associate with saintly person. A saintly person has the power, because of his spiritual advancement, to give immediate liberation to the conditioned soul. Here, Manu admits that all his doubts are now over, because Kardama Maharshi has very kindly described the different duties of individual. And also in the Bhagavatam we can see Dhruva Maharaj just he had association of Narada Maharshi only for the few minutes, not days. But he became such elevated devotee. Mrugari, he got association of Narada Maharshi for few minutes or 1 hour, not more than that. But he became a great saintly person. So association of the saintly person always powerful. That's why here also the Manu Maharaj glorifying Kardama Maharshi that I am fortunate that because of your association all my doubts are cleared. When you take the association of the devotees, we will not have any material or spiritual doubts. Chid jete sansig. So all the doubts will be cleared, because the doubts are there so long as we are the contaminated senses, subject to 3 modes. When we are transcend 3 modes of material nature, all the doubts are cleared, because by the nature the soul is Satchidananda. It is the eternal, full of knowledge, Ananda blissful. We stop here. Any Maharaj? It's okay. श्रीमद् भागवत पुराण की जय, जय श्रील प्रपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।